How would you feel if we lived in a government where the citizens were always trying to overthrow the government, and everyone was at war against each other and did not agree with the policies that our country created? Well, the Sedition Act of 1918 protects this from happening, especially in World War I. The Power of Free Expression of America states that Sedition Act of 1918 protects our government from disloyal slander, obscene things being distributed, and other critical things that citizens could say that's untrue and that could put our national security in danger, which I think is very important, especially in a matter of war where everyone is very vulnerable. So, before World War I started and during the war, many things were changing in America. The Socialist Party began to grow and people were more against war. The Jazz Age also flourished, and the government was worried about all this change and wanted to create policies that could protect criticizing speech, especially during war. So one good example of this is the Schenck case versus the United States, where Schenck distributed drafts to American men who were drafted in the war saying, repeal this, do not go to war is bad, and he was convicted guilty under the Espionage Act because it put our nation in danger. Schenck repealed this and said that this is unconstitutional. However, I think this is constitutional because in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech states that you cannot say disloyal slander, you cannot put our nation in any type of danger, you cannot burn anti-war anything, you cannot distribute obscene materials, and to me, when he distributed the flyers, that was obscene and it could cause even more problems, especially during war. So the court did decide that it was still constitutional, and I definitely agree with that, because the First Amendment protects our government from those things. And recently, Obama has had many espionage cases. One example is Stephen Kim. He was reported to saying things about North Korea to the media and to his employees. So the Obama administration really couldn't do anything to prove that. So there are still guidelines that the act has to go through, and it is still enforced today in our government to protect our country.